Congratulations from the Quest team as well as the MRC for taking over as the Vice Chancellor of the Kashmir University. Since you have served University of Kashmir in various capacities and you are not new to the institution, what according to you are the strengths of this institution and what do you think are the weaknesses that we need to take care of?
We have some core areas, we have some core departments where we can say this is our core competence, but I will not name the departments which are very good and some areas wherein we are doing well, because this is already reflected in the NAC report. But over the period of time, what I believe that these things, if we are not going for constant improvement, if we are not going to look towards the certain other areas, these strong points may become our weak areas. What I believe in the university, what exactly are the challenges? We have to look at it from two angles. Number one angle is that the areas where we are strong, that how we can maintain them so that they are strong areas for future as well, number one. Number second is that how we can focus on those areas where we have definitely some weaker position. I can say we have some difficulties. For example, there are some areas where we have difficulty in infrastructure. Our Kashmir University has expanded for the last 10 years in different areas. Obviously, we have to expand because it's very important. We have to think in terms of expansion. But there are certain difficulties so far as infrastructure development should have been. It is not incommensurate with that. Say for example, let us take an example of Department of Management. We in fact were having an MBA program, we introduced IMBA program, we introduced also tourism program. That means that we have added a number of students to this department. But there should be a development so that we can accommodate these programs and we can excel in all the areas. It should not be such a way that our own MBA program, they are basically having the difficulty. So in fact, MBA was our strong area, but because of this expansion, maybe if we are not going to focus on this area meticulously, we may face difficulties in this area. So I believe that the biggest challenge, or I can call it, I will not say a weakness, the challenge is how to consolidate and strengthen our existing program, so that in future, after 10 years, after 5 years, we will be in perfectly leading towards excellence.
Sir, you have been now in the chair as Vice Chancellor for over 2 months. You must have already underlined some priorities, I mean, that need to be taken care of. So are there some priorities that you have listed?
Yeah, definitely. I can tell you that we are grateful to Honorable Chancellor. We received an sanction, we received approval for establishing engineering college in anticipation of the approval of the competent bodies, because this has enabled us to start the engineering programs from the current year. We are putting right now a great deal of effort to see to it that this engineering college inshallah becomes a model college in the state of J&K for the time being. So means thereby this is an area wherein we are focusing right now. Similarly, as I told you that my focus, because I am in the system for the last many years, I know what exactly are the areas where we should focus right now. There are some programs, as I told you, that some programs which needs we have to focus on them. We have to think in terms of infrastructure development, faculty development. We are getting some money under RUSA. We are getting some plan grants as well. We are right now in fact focusing on where to in fact focus and where not to focus. And we are in fact thinking in terms of these terms also, that if we launch an innovative program, we should be well prepared for that. As I told you regarding the engineering college, we did a lot of homework for that, and we are right now in a position to start certain things, but maybe in due course of time we have to add certain more things to that. Maybe this year we started, although approval was for 3 programs, but we decided to launch only 2 programs from this year. In addition to what 2 programs we have already, say for example, we thought in terms of electrical engineering, we thought in terms of mechanical engineering. Civil we deferred. Maybe inshallah next year we'll be going for civil. We'll put the required infrastructure in place and will be doing for that as well.
So sir, the idea is that we launch new courses and engineering college and many new courses which are in demand, but at the same time we strengthen the existing academic program.
The challenge is how to strengthen. I gave one example of management. There are such other examples there. Similarly, I look towards one, because normally we are talking about collaboration, basically the national level, international. We are always talking about MOUs, but I look it from a different angle. I start looking at collaboration within as well. because I see there are some departments where they can collaborate with each other. If they collaborate, it will be very good for our students. For example, collaboration in some Department of Kashmiri we have, for example. We have a department, Sheikhul Alam chair here, wherein we have some people from Kashmir. We have the Institute of Kashmir Studies. If a local collaboration gets developed, I think this could be highly beneficial for our students. So I am looking for collaboration within, as well as at the national level, and inshallah at the international level as well, because that's very important, which I see.
Sir, another peculiar situation that has developed in Kashmir over a period of time is that at the UG level, the number of the students who enroll for our UG courses is increasing every year, and it has gone to a huge numbers. But at the same time, our PG intake remains almost stagnant with small increase in last some years. So how do we cope up, and what is does the university have a program of increasing the seats or accommodating these UG students also?
I believe that only say 7 years back we used to have 70 to 80,000 students appearing for our undergraduate program. Now it is over 3 lakhs, and this number is going to increase at undergraduate level. We have in fact developed some kind of systems to cater to that, or taken some decisions like a single paper system, like strengthening examination, like using the IT, how we have managed this all. But at the PG level, some effort has been put in, wherein we have launched some new programs. New programs we have launched means those people who are not going to be adjusted or get admission in some traditional programs, they are going for that. But I agree with you, one of the very important challenges that there's a lot of demand, like from traditional programs like chemistry, like zoology. The 30 years back our intake capacity was 50 or 40. This has hardly gone to 60, something like that. We have to think, but we are in fact trying to utilize the money which we will get from the RUSA as well as plan grants, how we can in fact develop more infrastructure in these areas. If we can add that, then inshallah we will be able to enhance the intake capacity. If for example in a particular department there is an intake capacity like 50, we may enhance and add another section for that, but for that we need to first of all have a classroom, have a faculty, have infrastructure, have the labs in place. If we are able to do that, inshallah we will be doing it within 1 or 2 years next year, but focus will be to see to it that these departments are strengthened and the expansion takes place, wherein we are in a position to admit more students in due course of time.
Sir, I mean, towards this particular problem which we are facing in terms of accommodating more students, the university started North Campus as well as the South Campus. And the idea was that we will start new courses there also, and maybe the existing courses that are here can also be replicated in these institutions. But over a period of time, it is found that there is not proper infrastructure development in these campuses. The human resources also not, to the extent as we have in the main campus. Are there some priorities to find out to strengthen these North Campus and South Campus?
I visited the South as well as North Campus. I could understand there are some difficulties. Students told me, faculty told me, director of North and South Campus told me that there are difficulties. We have agreed, and in fact, I told the director there, my colleagues, registrar of the university, Dean Academics also accompanied me. We told the director North Campus as well as the South Campus that you list the immediate requirements, because the requirements or the development has 2 parts. One is what is required immediately. So we told them what is exactly required immediately. We'll be focusing on that and doing those things immediately, and then tell us also what you require in next 10 years or next 5 years. So our focus will be on both these things, and then inshallah we will be doing. But one thing I will rather emphasize here, that I rather wish, I don't know whether we'll be able to do that or not, I wish to restructure the system. Restructure, I mean to say here is that, for example, there are certain areas or certain departments which we have opened at different places. Normally we should try to make these campuses what has been done in case of now new campus. Campus are to be made special focused camps, means thereby in a campus A you launch a program. You may not launch the same program in another campus, because for a university catchment area is not that area. It is basically the whole Kashmir, and for those programs which are not in Jammu, it is whole J&K. Means thereby, even if we have a program at Leh, anybody can apply, anybody can go. If you see, for example, I saw in North Campus, most of the students there are from Srinagar. Means thereby, any program which we launch at any place, any student from any part of the state can go and join there. What we have done in the past, for example, we have management in North, we have management in south. We have English in north, we have English in south. We have computers in north and computer in south. And means thereby at both places you have shortage of faculty. You have 3 teachers on in English there and we have 5 there. Normally it should have been like this, that if you have say English at one place, means all these 8 or 10 people will be there. It could be one of the best departments we have, as we have in the Department of English here. Similarly, management. If you have management at place A, you focus all the efforts in management at that. In due course of time, you may have again, but you will in fact do one favor, means thereby you will concentrate on that department first. Once that develops and that reaches to a level and where expansion is not possible, where you will not put more money there, then you will start thinking in terms of going to going to campus. So far as what development has taken, very difficult to change these things, but some kind of I believe that some kind of restructuring will be doing, inshallah, to see to it that how these programs, existing programs, are conducted in a perfect manner, in a best manner. This would be the strategy.
So, do you think that it will also be a good idea? I mean, the courses that are in demand, in our central campus, in the main campus, like we have MA in English or maybe other disciplines which are in great demand. I mean, we get lots of applications in these. Is there a possibility of at least establishing these departments in the satellite campuses, say in Islamabad, in Anantnag campus, or in Baramulla campus, or in other campuses that we are planning? Because we already have a syllabus in place, we already have a system in place in this. Maybe with the addition of a classroom or a small lab or appointing some teachers, these courses can be launched in these satellite campuses.
The strategy in future will, we don't know, but what kind of education system will emerge in future, because I have been advising my colleagues time and again that we have to understand right now what kind of classroom will emerge in future. We believe, for example, maybe a virtual classroom we are talking about. For example, we did this experiment. For example, MA Urdu, we are getting about 2,000 applications. I believe it was 2,200 applications for MA program here, and we have 50 to 60 seats here in the open area. We decided and launched this program at South Campus as well. But my concern is we should not start a program unless we have faculty in place, unless we have infrastructure in place, unless we have the place to even classroom to start a program. We have to think on those lines. So, keeping this thing in view, I have advised both the directors, North Campus Director as well as the South Campus Director, kindly tell me what exactly is your perspective plan. I was yesterday talking to North Campus Director. I told him, tell me for next 10 years, keeping in with the demand, keeping in view the market related courses. It is not only the demand. Demand will emerge once a candidate understands that what exactly is the requirement or what exactly is in demand. So, all these things you should understand, and then tell me that for next 10 years, which courses we are going to launch in phased manner. This is the perspective plan. So, we are inshallah going to design a perspective plan for the North Campus as well as the South Campus. But this will be taken care of in the light of the requirements, in the light of expansion which cannot take place here on the main campus, because we have decided only no construction will be there on the main campus, but we have a Zukura campus. Whatever expansion is going to take place, we will be doing that expansion there. But similarly, there are some departments now. These departments are emerging as large departments. At time was, for example, Department of Law, for example. In Department of Law, we used to have 1 or 2 sections of students of 80 or 60 students each, means 120 and 180 students in all, and then means thereby in first year, second year, third year, hardly 300 to 400 students. Now, they have 5-year integrated program. So, I have been given to understand about 1,600 students are in the Department of Law. For 1,600 department, it is virtually a college, wherein you should have a space and environment wherein 1,600 or 1,500 students will be accommodated comfortably. It is basically the environment. It is basically what exactly is more important, so that they get a space. These students, these are the things which we are thinking, if a future expansion will take place, how it will take place. Should we go there and do some other activity with the Department of Law, or we should make a separate place, design a separate place for this institution to grow, or similarly Department of Management or any other department. Even if we take any science department, we have tried, say in Department of Botany, for example, we have bioresources as well. You have biochemistry, you have clinical biochemistry as well. You talk any department. So, this exactly I mean to say that some kind of restructuring in the university is required, which is basically in my mind, and we are inshallah we will discuss this within the academic body. We will be doing that activity as well.
Sir, you referred to the establishment of virtual classrooms. and taking advantage of the modern technology that is in place already in Kashmir University, in the form of, like, we have a very strong and robust ITSS department. And then we also have a center like MMRC, where we are packaging educational material and delivering lectures and packaging them. Is there a possibility of, say, on experimental basis, to launch some courses in these satellite campuses and engage the teachers who are available in Kashmir University, and through our ITSS and MMRC, the lectures can be taken to these campuses also?
Being honest enough, we have to understand this is the future system of education. You have to understand this. If you go at the national or international level, for example, Indian government was visualizing that whether we should allow foreign direct investment in education or allow foreign universities to enter or not, or whatever the mechanism. But online programs have been started already by the university like in Harvard, by Cambridge, and I have been given to understand most of the students from India are enrolled in the online programs of their virtual class for university, especially in Harvard University. So this is the future system of education which will emerge. We have to start thinking about that. In fact, I would like to add here, I was chairman of the Committee on Distance Education 2 years back. We in fact worked there, which is now emerging. Distance department has some areas wherein they have some, say these centers in some colleges, and where they have a huge number of candidates are coming to the colleges, and all colleges don't have the space to accommodate them. We did it that let us have a distance building in North Campus and South Campus. They have already this work was done, and I believe those buildings are under construction. One has been started recently at North Campus. It is almost near completion. Once this facility gets developed there, maybe we may not be using virtual classroom only for the other program. We may be using for distance learner students. Means thereby in Srinagar campus we have some lecture will be delivered, and those students will be asked to come to our North Campus, come to our South Campus. Similarly, I have a plan to do these things in the Kupwara campus as well as similarly at Leh and Kargil in due course of time, because distance will be having their own buildings there. All those students who are coming from far flung areas will be there, and will be taking help from you and using this system. Similarly, I am of this opinion that in due course of time, how long we can afford to have limited seat capacity in program A or program B in the university. 35,000 applications were received this year. Imagine we are accommodating maximum 3,000 students. Means thereby 33,000 students are nowhere. Find a place. Means thereby we have to think in terms of the launching of such programs, and wherein maybe even if at North Campus we may not be having a teacher available, but classwork will be here from the main campus, but through virtual classroom we will be doing this there. This would be a second step wherein. But right now, inshallah, we are planning to place infrastructure in. We are planning to put the infrastructure in place. Once that is done, we will be doing these things as well.
Sir, we are also, university is also planning to have campuses at Leh, Kargil and Kupwara. So what is the status of these campuses? How soon do we see programs being launched there?
At Kupwara, we have recently started construction of one massive building. It may take some time. At Leh and Kargil, I have been given to understand that recently engineering team visited that place. I have been given to understand that the buildings are near completion. Maybe we will start thinking in terms of launching the programs which we have there. From the next year. We have basically already sanctioned position, approved positions for these campuses, and we have advertised them. And obviously, in due course of time, we will be conducting the interviews, and selection process will be once they completed, and means the faculty will be in place. Similarly, the non-teaching staff, that process is on. Similarly, the construction of buildings is also on. I have been given to understand that by the end of this year, these buildings will be completed. Once this process is completed, because next academic session which starts in February, the admission to the courses which we have to conduct there, 3 courses in each campus, will be doing admissions from the next year, inshallah.
Sir, one good thing that has happened in the recent years is that university has acquired some more land at the Zukura, which is very nearby to the main campus. So what is the plan for the Zukura campus?
Zukura campus, right now we have basically started construction of the hostels which is going on. To massive hostels are there. They will be completed this year, inshallah. Plus the main attraction of that campus is engineering college. we have established engineering college at Zukura campus. The one building, the main building, will be handed over to us within I believe so by 15th of August, and we'll be starting the programs there, engineering programs, which we have already issued the notification for that. These programs will be conducted inshallah in that engineering college on North Campus. Then whatever expansion is required to be done for the university, as I was telling you about certain departments wherein we are not having the capacity to accommodate more students, maybe in due course of time we will be, whatever expansion is required, that expansion will take place at the Zukura campus. But in the main campus we have decided no further building will be constructed, because there is no place, we don't want now to have buildings here. But whatever expansion is required for the existing departments, programs as well, that expansion will inshallah also take place at the Zukura campus, in addition to the engineering college which we are doing there.
So can you tell us something about the engineering courses that we are going to start?
Engineering courses, you see, two engineering programs we were already having. One was the electronics engineering program here in the Department of Electronics, and one is at the North Campus Baramulla. Two programs we have added this year, which we are starting there in the engineering college. One is electrical engineering and another is the mechanical engineering. Inshallah, we will be adding civil engineering from next year, and many more programs will be launched in due course of time. Our priority again is this time is that we want to put the infrastructure in place. We want to see that the building which is ready, the accommodation place which is available to us, and other buildings are also under construction. Once all these buildings are complete and the required infrastructure, the labs are put in place, we will be inshallah in a position within 1 or 2 years to make this college, a constituent college, fully functional for all the years of the program.
Sir, with this news of establishing engineering college at Zukura campus, we already have an engineering program at the main campus as well as in the North campus. And there is some demand from the students of North campus that they now want to be shifted to the Zukura campus. So what is the university thinking about this?
I have made clear, I visited the North campus the other day. I made it clear to the students at the North campus that this program, which is basically the BTech in computer, this is basically for the North campus, and this is for the North campus. Number one. Second point is the question of shifting does not arise, because whatever we are starting right now, it is basically for the first semester. Because if we will start, you see, certain things we are doing which is good for our students. We thought it, and we are grateful again to Honorable Chancellor, because he accorded approval to it. Because we thought whatever is required in the first semester. For example, we have a BTech program in electronics on the main campus. In the first semester of engineering, and as well as first year, I mean say, there are courses like there is mathematics, there is physics, there is chemistry. These are general courses for all programs. Means thereby we have already some faculty in place here on the main campus to teach these programs. If with these teachers or some help from the university teachers till the recruitment process takes place, till our own teachers in dean departments are appointed, we can take help from the university teachers, from these teachers, and to teach them in the first course. Let us presume for a minute, even if we start thinking in terms of shifting somebody, we don't have infrastructure for second year, we don't have infrastructure for third year students or the sixth semester or eighth semester. Means the question of shifting anybody from any place does not arise. So this is what exactly in due course of time. For example, we have the electronics program here. We are not shifting this program to that place, because how can we develop a lab which is required for the 8th semester student, which we have already established here. We are right now starting it from semester first. Once this semester first, inshallah, for the next year we will get some gap. We will get some time to have 1 year will be there. Within 1 year, we'll put the other things in place, and then in due course of time, we'll think in terms of where to place which course, that will be taken care of. So there is no question of shifting anybody from anything, because we are not in a position to shift anybody.
And then we cannot close the college also at Bar.
That is also this program is for North campus. So this should be made clear. And what exactly I will just what question you asked earlier, virtual classroom. Maybe a time will come after 5 years or 10 years, we may have a admission for the convenience of students at Baramulla, even at South campus in a program, whether it is the engineering or MSc program, even at Leh and Kargil, even in Kopara, but the classroom will be from the main engineering college. Means thereby closing a program at one place, the question of does not arise. Means thereby even if the college is at the center level, I was talking about the Harvard now having online courses in India. So, maybe in due course of time, our engineering college, using the main the latest technology, will be in a position to teach at Baramulla, will teach at Leh, to teach at Kargil. So, this is what exactly is the future. So, we have to in fact prepare for that. We should not just think in terms of just consolidating all things at one place.
Sir, the university, as you are aware, has signed many MOUs with the national and some international universities also. So, since you have been there as Dean of Affairs and now as the Vice Chancellor, what do you think whether these MOUs have helped some way our students and scholars, and are there new MOUs in pipeline?
You see, we did it, this has helped, because see, signing an MOU with Delhi University, signing an MOU with MDI, we deputed students, and this is what exactly we created this environment. Then the ball goes to the court of the teacher, or ball goes to the court of the student. They have to take advantage of this. See, recently an MOU which I signed with the the Agriculture University Ludhiana, for example, BTech department is basically for this food technology department. They are sending students because head department told me that we need that there should be some kind of arrangement with this agriculture university. This is one of the best universities. So, we signed a MOU with them. Now, the students are going, that they are taking advantage, but in our MOU we have not limited it to one this department of food technology. We have in fact extended it to other departments as well, say management, chemistry, any other department which is interested to depute students, to send students there, they are there to do that. Not only that, there are some, say for accelerator facility was recently the Department of Physics organized a program, a workshop, wherein the accelerator facility which is at Delhi or other place. The director of that department came here and explained to our students that how you can take advantage of this accelerator facility and how high-end experiments can be done there. And you are most welcome, even they are providing fellowships, even they are providing the accommodation facility. Now, this all was explained by the director of the institute to the students in the Department of Physics and the scholars from other science department. Now, the ball is in their court. They have to take an advantage of these facilities. They have to apply for these programs. They have to apply to us or to the institutions which are basically we are having MOUs with them. So, in due course of time, I believe that we will be in a position to develop that environment wherein collaboration will take in a real sense. Means thereby a student understands that I am enrolled in the University of Kashmir, but the university has made arrangement with some departments as well. For example, one arrangement which we did in management department with the MDI Gurgaon is a leading management institution, wherein some students were deputed there for 1 month, for 2 months. They did some programs there, and then those programs inshallah will be counting here, that what exactly they were taught there, that will be a part of syllabus here as well.
This year, university again made a landmark by introducing what we call this choice-based credit system. But since it's the first year, there is some confusion among the students as well as the teachers about this particular system. So, what will you say as Dean of Affairs earlier, since you were involved right from the day one with this particular new scheme, and what can you say to dispel, the doubts that the students and the teachers have about this particular new system?
This is again a very important question which you asked, that I have been given to understand there are certain issues regarding implementation of the scheme. You see, scheme is very nice, no doubt about that. Means thereby, I will again make it clear, earlier we used to concentrate or focus exclusively on a program, and a student in physics was supposed to just be taught whatever courses are, the papers are available there. Now, this will provide him a choice. He can take any course from some courses there. But in this area, I have been given to understand, because of some difficulties, in some department there is shortage of faculty. In some department there is a shortage of space. What I was telling you, I told you that in the very when you asked me first question, the big challenge is for us is the consolidation, strengthening of the existing program. So, heads of departments are facing difficulty if they allow, for example, the open, the elective courses to be in the department, especially those department courses which are in more demand, like computers, even in English, in management, in science departments. We have to in fact see to it that how we can strengthen those programs first. Second thing is that one thing has happened, that is it has become a credit based system, means there are one part is credit based and choice based. Credit based we have been able to do it. I have been given to understand choice is limited, but some departments have taken care regarding that because one open certain courses they have to take in the faculty. They have made arrangements and worked out timetable with those departments, and they are doing nicely. But in some departments there are difficulties, they are not in a position to make arrangement with the departments within the faculty, or make arrangement wherein it is mandatory for a candidate to take one open course from any other department. Although we have put 4 in each semester, there is one program, he can take maximum 4, but minimum he has to take 1. Now we have been given to understand, the Dean Academics took a meeting of all heads of departments. I have been given to understand we will be in a position now to focus on some issues, and after focusing on some issues, we will be in a position to do this exercise from the second semester, wherein what the choice which could not be provided in the first semester will be provided to them in second. This is the first step. So means thereby this choice we want first within the department. Departments have offered that. Within the department there is a lot of choice within the course, means they have got many options. Second part of this is that choice within the faculty. Many courses have been launched within the faculty where there is a choice. The second part, how we can collaborate with that. Third part is that how we can do it at national level. Maybe inshallah next year, because this year we have started the MOUs which we have signed with the different institutions. I was talking about MDI, I was talking about Delhi University, I was talking about the Agriculture University Ludhiana, I was talking about many other universities which are basically in pipeline wherein we are signing MOU. Means thereby this choice will be extended at the national level institution, and then inshallah in due course of time maybe future strategy would be how can we extend it for the foreign universities as well. Because if for example India allows foreign universities to enter FD or something like that, in addition to MOUs which we are signing for example with these universities, we will be signing MOUs with international universities. Maybe then through virtual classroom or through any other arrangement, or even deputing students from this place to other parts of the world, and those students coming to us, we will be launching programs jointly, where with the help of MOU some credits our students can earn from these foreign universities, either through virtual classroom or even by deputing them. The arrangement can be worked out. This would be a future plan. Maybe after 5 years our channel will be putting a base for that in future as well.
Sir, as you are aware that the quality of the research is the hallmark of any university. So how do you view the quality of research that is being done at Kashmir University, and how can we strengthen our research base?
I believe that we are doing well in some areas where what we call as core competence. There are some departments, there are some teachers, they are doing a wonderful job, and they have been doing that. But regarding research, I will basically rather explain it in this way. I am interested that in university we should have a research culture. We have to promote a research culture. This is very important. Means thereby the culture is such wherein all faculty members, majority of the faculty members in all departments start thinking in terms of high quality research, doing good research, thinking in terms of publishing their papers in leading journals in the world. They are not thinking in terms of publishing their material just to earn the API score. That is okay, they have to do that, but wherein from day one we are promoting a culture wherein inshallah we are trying to motivate people and develop infrastructure and develop learning resources wherein this could be done in future.
As we all know that university is basically for the students and the scholars, but there are some areas where the students or the scholars have complained that the administration is not student friendly and they have to follow their own files to get their degrees awarded or get their fellowships released. So is there anything that can be done to make administration more responsible?
This is the first priority, to make an institution student friendly. I tried my level best as a control examination or even Dean Academic Affairs. My doors were open for suggestions, for improvement. We will be, I know the system for the last many years, what is required to be done. Certain things I may not be in a position to explain, certain things I am explaining. But inshallah, the main focus would be whatever activity we are going to do, this would be to make this institution a student friendly institution. Focus will be on these activities from all angles. But I advise students, they should come forward. There could be some delay in case of some individual cases, that is there. But those things should become a learning for us. They are most welcome to come and tell me that what exactly is required to be done. Will be inshallah, our doors will be open to see to it. I took a meeting with the scholars the other day. I am planning to have a meeting with the class representatives of different departments who are busy with some other issue. We will be learning from them. Our basically focus would be how to learn to further improve, because it is a continuous process. We cannot say what we have done today, that is end of the day, because we are focused on total quality management. The basic principle of total quality management or total quality education, I may call it, is that continuous improvement. Means if today we are fine or today we are doing good area certain things, because responding to your first question, we may be good in today, but we have to maintain that, because question is how to maintain that. I assure all students that it will be a student friendly university, inshallah, as long as I am there.
Sir, in this context, we have already launched what we call the e-governance project in the university, and some part of the registration or examination part has been taken care of. Is there a possibility of getting this all the administration under the e-governance, so that everybody knows where the file is?
I say that in examination we have used technology, but some further improvements are required to be done. Similarly, registration I am talking about, we have online submission of application, but further processing is required. For example, our registration online registration system was not there. We are starting from this year. The registration will also be online. That will basically help us to control those problems, or to see to eliminate those problems which are emerging doing registration manually. Similarly, in administration also, this involves a huge exercise, how to train people, whether people are in a position to do that. But right now the focus of our IT section is on developing the software or the models for that. Once we are done with that, we will be on test dose. We may start it from a department or from a section, and then due course of time this will be done. Our priority right now is registration. We are doing this year. Similarly, I believe that accounts is an area which needs immediate attention, because accounts, we are getting a lot of funds we are getting, and sometimes the question is not only getting the funds, or basically the question is utilization of funds, whether you are in a position to utilize them timely. If you are not able to utilize the funds on time basis, means you have to basically surrender the money. It has happened in the past. We want that whatever money is received or wherever, because it takes a lot of effort, designing a proposal, convincing the funding agencies, then getting the money from UGC or other funding agencies from central government or from the state government. Then we have to be very meticulous. We have to focus on how to utilize that money. Our focus will be, inshallah, on both how to get more funding for our programs or for courses from one side, and then the focus would be how to utilize that money in a perfect manner. This will be there, and IT, as I told you, in examination, in registration, in accounts, and in administration will be a priority.
Sir, you have already referred to it that there will be no more constructions in this part of the campus, because we have to maintain the greenery. So can you say, for our audience once more, how to protect the greenery of the existing campus?
The other day I took a meeting of the people who are involved in the maintaining the campus. I have been given to understand now they are on the job. No further construction is possible. In fact, recently there was one tower was under construction. I told them also that take it to a side. It should not look that we are doing some construction in the main lawn or the main campus of the university. The main campus will be developed. I have already taken a meeting. We are taking advice from some consultants as well. Inshallah, take it from me, from the whole administration. Will be, inshallah, perfectly working on these things to see to it that it becomes one of the best campuses.
And then there can be a possibility of going vertically rather than going horizontally.
Definitely, on the campus, we believe that there is no scope now for this thing, except in some departments wherein you want to extend some facility. If you have a lab, for example, for 50 students, you want to extend and make it for 70 students. Small extensions, I think that could be with a departmental building. That is not an issue at all. But no massive building, no further extension is possible here on the campus.
Can you give us your vision of the university in the coming 10 years?
I believe that this university, this is a dream, that how to make this university a world-class university. Now, for defining a world-class university, whether you are focused on total quality education, you are focused on you are promoting the environment, which is intellectually stimulating, whether you are promoting excellence in teaching, in research, in extension activities. And I believe that we should also think in terms of facilitating academic freedom, diversity, and similarly we should have harmony, how we are going to do focus on. This is our vision of the university as well. So we will be, inshallah, making a plan. Certain things need immediate attention. As I told you, strengthening some programs, doing certain activities, very important to be done immediately. But we have to design a perspective plan for next 10 years, 15 years, 20 years for the university. Because we have to keep in mind the numbers. As I told you, 35,000 applications we received, and the people who are right now in the colleges at undergraduate level I told you 7 years back there were only 80,000 MSc students in the college. Now it has grown to over 3 lakhs. We have to see what number will be there after 10 years and what kind of preparation or perspective plan university should put in place. Should we have additional students, I may say additional departments in the north campus, or should we have the virtual system, or should we go on expanding new programs and new things? These are some issues which will be inshallah in our perspective plan, which we will design very perfectively what exactly is required to be done for the next 10 years. So I assure you, 2 things will be in the program. One is what is needed for the next 1 or 2 years and what is to be done for the 10 years. We will start working on both the things.
Sir, before we conclude, your message for the student, scholars and the university community, including the faculty.
Message is, at our level, we are trying, me and all our colleagues jointly, to develop the learning resources, the required infrastructure, required facilities, and inshallah we will be doing that. We will create the best facilities in the university, but I request all the scholars, all the students kindly put themselves in the learning process and make the best use of these facilities. If they are not able to use that, then these facilities will be of no use. Inshallah, I am sure. It is not only thing I would like to add here. We are also trying that all the national examinations which are conducted at the national level, whatever the examination it is, whether it is for the IIT, whether it is for the NET examination, and whether it is for any other program like Chartered Accountancy program, these things also should be conducted in the Kashmir Valley, in the University of Kashmir. So we have already in fact taken a matter for with these institutions so that our students get benefited, our students are in a position to get information for these programs from the University of Kashmir. Plus, for example, the coaching for IAS, KAS, other programs, which is I believe very important also, that we will be inshallah focusing on that. I took the meeting of the directorate which is conducting that. I asked them, even if we just develop awareness at the college level, even if we basically are the facilitators, whatever is required from the university point of view, we should do that. I assure you, inshallah, we will be creating these facilities, but I expect students to put a great deal of effort to make use of these facilities.